So a little recap on what I did when I was using the Pro Roll stuff. It's really hard to use. All the videos I watch, no one talks about how thick of a consistency this is to use with a roller. And yeah, I ended up using the proper plaster and stuff because it was really hard to get in the edges. And actually looking back on this video, it kind of looks like it's easy in the video. And I think that's why I kind of thought it was an easy process, but I had to go in with a brush and do the edges and the corners and the sides. But yeah, it turned out to be a lot harder because it's a really thick consistency. But I will say it is a lot easier than actually getting plaster stuff. So to just do a couple of walls in the house, it isn't that bad. But I'm going to be posting more updates of the whole room and everything that I've done. But the ring light was showing weird imperfections. So this is the next day update. I think the ring light was showing a lot more imperfections than there actually is. And Lewis has put more spotlights in. But I'm going to go around and give a light sanding, and then do a second coat and see how we get on. So because yesterday I found it really hard to do the normal method, I'm going to do the way you do with like plaster. I don't know what these are called. And I'm going to see if this works out a bit easier than doing it the other way, because I can't continue doing it the other way because I don't know if it's just too hard to like flatten out after, but I'm going to give this a try. I definitely preferred doing this method, and my camera angles were awful when I was doing this, but definitely just using like the trowel that you use for normal plastering is definitely way easier for me. I think whenever I rolled it on, I just couldn't get it as smooth, so I feel like doing really small sections at a time worked best for me. So yeah, if you're looking for a better way of doing it, easier way, try this. Just finished my first wall with the Pro Roll. I've had to do a second layer because it was my first time doing it. I had to do a second layer on a couple of areas because it was my first time doing it. But all in all, I think it's definitely easier than plaster. For Lewis, he's obviously better at plastering. So whenever I've tried to plaster, it's been really hard. But I definitely, instead of using the roller technique, I think you'd be better off to use actual plaster and stuff. But give it a try yourself, because I just couldn't get an equal level on the roller. But I've basically just gone over the sections, which was mainly the edges that I couldn't get perfect with the roller. And then I've just kind of sanded and filled in a couple of areas that had like more holes in them. I think in comparison to actual like proper plaster, I can't use proper plaster, so I will use that again. Wear gloves though, because it gets stuck everywhere. And I'm probably going to finish plastering off this room with this stuff and possibly the other room, so I can help do a bit more of the plastering. So yeah, I'll do an update tomorrow once it's all dry and I give it like a light sand. But even when you plaster, like sometimes you have to fill in areas, so it kind of makes sense. But yeah, you'll get destroyed, so make sure and wear something that you don't want to get ruined. And yeah, check back in a couple of days and we'll see how it's come along.